They say that in politics, timing is everything. But when Minister K. Shanmugam took the floor in Parliament on February 5, 2025, his response to NCMP Leong Mun Wai wasn't just about timing, it was about control. Was this a necessary defense of Singapore's racial policies, or was it a calculated political move? Stay with us as we break down the heated exchange, the underlying strategies, and what this means for Singapore's political landscape. Welcome to 2230, where we bring you deep, factual, and thought-provoking news coverage. If you're new here, make sure to like, share, and subscribe as we push toward 11,000 subscribers. Let's get into it. During a parliamentary session, Leong Mun Wai raised a question regarding Singapore's Chinese Malay Indian Others (CMIO) framework, seeking clarification from Minister Edwin Tong. The CMIO model is a race-based classification system that has shaped Singapore's policies on housing, political representation, and social integration for decades. Tong had previously hinted at reviewing the framework, which prompted Leong's inquiry. But before Tong could fully address the question, Minister K. Shanmugam took over the discussion, defending the CMIO framework as essential for maintaining racial harmony. He highlighted policies like the Ethnic Integration Policy, EIP, and Group Representation Constituencies, GRCs, arguing that these measures prevent racial enclaves and safeguard minority interests. According to Shanmugam, surveys show that 87% of Singaporeans consider race important to their identity, and over 60% believe CMIO-based policies help preserve harmony. But then the debate took an unexpected turn. Instead of focusing solely on the CMIO model, Shanmugam brought up Leong's past remarks on public housing and the Singapore-India Comprehensive Economic Cooperation Agreement (CECA). He referenced a 2023 Facebook post where Leong suggested that Singaporeans would not be condemned to living in HDB flats under his proposed policies. Shanmugam framed this as an insult to the 80% of Singaporeans who live in HDBs, questioning Leong's commitment to racial and economic integration. He didn't stop there. The minister also revisited Leong's statements about CECA, arguing that his words had stoked anti-Indian sentiment. The term CECA has long been controversial, often used in online forums with xenophobic undertones. Shanmugam pointed out that even some of Leong's own party members had expressed concern that his rhetoric was racially charged. In response, Leong clarified that his question had nothing to do with his past remarks. He emphasized that PSP supports the ethnic integration policy, but believes that minorities should be compensated for the economic disadvantages it creates. On CECA, he argued that his criticism was about job security and fair employment policies, not race. Despite this, Shanmugam continued pressing the issue, stating that Leong had not denied making those remarks and suggesting that his words carried racial undertones. To reinforce his argument, he distributed printed handouts containing Leong's past statements, making it clear that this was a well-prepared political maneuver. This raises an important question. Was this debate really about race and policy, or was it a strategic move to discredit an opposition figure? Shanmugam's decision to bring up past statements and distribute printed materials suggests that this was not an off-the-cuff response, but a deliberate attempt to shift the narrative. What do you think? Is the CMIO framework still the best way to manage Singapore's racial harmony, or is it time for a change? And do you believe this debate was a fair exchange of ideas or a political takedown? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to 2230. Your support helps us bring more in-depth, fact-based news to you. See you in the next one.